the life that you want requires some hard decisions. So what are you willing to do? What decisions are you willing to make to be able to sacrifice for a season or 2 or 3 in order to actually live the life that you want? I was reflecting on those thoughts on my drive to the park. Of course, you already know Renee is outside, very much enjoying the sunshine, taking in this moment. I'm just not even a week out since I quit my job, and I thought about all the hard decisions I made that led up into this moment that I felt like I needed to make to allow me to feel this feeling today. Because this is peace. This is how I want every day to be. If I could bottle all this up, I would. But as a 37-year-old woman that moved home with her parents 2 years ago, I was 35 at the time, I commuted 3 hours a day for a period of time, and then 3 hours a week. I started reducing my expenses after I met with my finance coach, just to prepare to leave my job and exit, right? I'm like, all right, Starbucks gonna have to see me a little less. I was spending way too much money on food and eating out. She definitely called me out for it. So I started planning my grocery meals, shopping at Aldi, and just doing everything I could to lower my expenses so I can actually get to the place I want to get to in my life to be able to truly have this moment. Man, I mean, even looking back at the simple fact that I had accepted a job and I was so committed to changing my life that I commuted. Most people wouldn't have commuted. In the beginning, I was looking for an apartment, but it's almost like God kind of snapped me out of it, and I just felt a pause, right? Don't add on more than what you need to right now, Renee. And I'm so grateful that I did not get that apartment, because here we are 5 months later and that job is obsolete. So yeah, being or living at home with my parents at 37 may not be sexy for some people, but I really don't care. I don't care what anybody has to say or think about it, because the dreams in my journal, that's the reality that I'm working towards. The words that I put in that journal, the vision that I have in my head of like how different my life is going to be, is already becoming. That's what really matters to me. So it just leads me to pose the question to you of, what are you willing to sacrifice? What form of discomfort are you willing to be in for a period of time to live the life that you want, to experience days on a Tuesday where it's slow and it's steady? I asked the girls in the cohort 2 yesterday. If you don't know this, I am coaching 2 amazing cohorts right now. Build Your First Option, for those that are just wanting to change their life, be more visible, do something different, and create extra options for themselves through YouTube. But I asked the ladies yesterday with our kickoff call, like, how do your vision map? How do you want to spend a Tuesday? How do you see it? And so many of them had so many responses. I want a slow morning. I want to be able to have time to myself. I want to work digitally and remotely. I don't want to be rushing. I don't want to do this or that. Between both cohorts, you know, all of it really pertained to being able to get your time back and being able to live life on your terms in the way that you want to feel. Not battling traffic at 6 a.m. to get to your job, right? That's already exhausting you and burning you out. Not being able to not have the time you want to have with your kids. One of the young ladies said that she just wants more peace in everything that she does. She just wants to slow down. And for me, when I was listening to her talk, it just made me think of like eliminating the hurry in our life and in our days, because we're always rushing to the next place. We're rushing to the next moment. We're always rushing to work. We're rushing to the next meeting. We're rushing to eat. We're eating and working at the same time. We're always just doing so much. So when she said to have peace in her days, I felt that. I resonate with that. And that comes with a learning, because we've been conditioned to quite literally function in the opposite way, in the opposite capacity. The more I start to learn about other cultures, the more I'm intrigued, and the more that I realize we quite literally have it backwards. Or in the words of my grandma Belinda, ass backwards. Sorry for cussing. But I've been reading this book called Ikigai, and it's like centered around Japanese. A fish! Oh my God. See, the moment I don't have my rod, but I also don't have my dad, so I'm not gonna have my rod. I'm not fishing solo without Jerome, J-Rock. Wow! So cool! Oh my gosh, y'all. Now I feel like the camera needs to be this way so we could catch more moments. But what was I saying? Oh, reading this book, Ikigai. I hope I'm saying that right. It's been just teaching me more about other cultures and slowing down, because they talk about this town, I think it's Okinawa, if I'm saying it correctly. I'm just so intrigued by just the longevity of this place and their health and what they prioritize. So that may be a video for another day. But as I'm leaning into more of the ease and the peace and the function and the flow, I'm also unpacking what does that look like for me where I live one day, where I call home, in my travels, you know, and explorations and adventures, and just the beauty of the life that we get to create. But oftentimes the life that you want comes with some type of season of sacrifice. I don't know anybody's story that didn't come with sacrifice. I watched the Keke Palmer and Oprah Winfrey, that bird is close, interview the other day, and just reminded me of Oprah's story and her seasons of sacrifice, right? Like, most of the people that you admire had some type of sacrifice that they really had to make. Every level was different, but they still did it in order to be able to live the life that they're experiencing today the way that they want it. And I can say in this moment right now, even within these last 8 months of showing up on YouTube every single day, right? Allowing my voice to be heard, rebuilding my identity, finding trust in my voice and myself, removing the barriers, and so much has broken off of me, the perfectionism. I put stuff together and just put it out there. I really leaned on the power of my feeling, my emotions, my voice, and I think one thing that allows me to connect with the women so much is because I am that woman. I'm not speaking from a place of arrival. I'm speaking from the journey as quite literally a 37-year-old woman that is just reinventing her life, reinventing the way she works, the way she sees success, the way she spends her time, the way she plays, the way she travels, the way she lives, the way she eats, the way she drinks, the way she just supports people, and just all of it, career, all of it, work, like I said, work really. I'm just on that journey, and I've just been bringing everybody else along on that same journey, and it just so happens to be using my voice has been one of the best, most freeing outlets I did not realize that I needed. And it's just created such a beautiful gift, such an expansion of community here, of women that have found me. We had 30 women in cohort 2 yesterday, y'all, and it was like electric for me. I mean, the energy was just so good. It was so high. Their questions, their inquiry, their voices. And what kind of cracked me up was some of the ladies were talking about, I don't know how, who's this? Monica? She's like, I don't know how I'm going to, record a video for 2 to 5 minutes. That's one of their homework assignments that they have due by Monday in a couple days to post in our membership group. But one of their assignments is to record a 2 to 5 minute video. And she literally had spent about a good 3 to 4 minutes telling us about her and her journey and how she does have a testimony. And she does. I mean, you do too. And you know it. Oh my gosh. Okay. These birds are getting out of hand, y'all. But all that to say, just listening to the ladies start to step out of their comfort zone because they're choosing themselves. And it's bigger than YouTube. Like, YouTube becomes the vehicle, yes. It's not the end destination. It's actually the woman you become in the process of choosing to show up every single day, choosing to be visible, choosing to use your voice, the way you connect with yourself. It's the chains that break off of you, the mental bondage, the mental change, the perfectionism, the overthinking, the fear. Like, that's really who we're building. That's really what this group is about when you really think about it. And so yeah, it just makes me want to pose the question to you. Sometimes you do have to be in a season of sacrifice in order to get what you really want, in order to live how you want to live, in order to spend your days how you want to spend your days. And man, I mean, I feel like I'm just step one of being here right now, and I'm just I'm just like in awe of how this. Okay, I don't know what type of birds these are. I'm in awe of just how this is unfolding for me in real time, and I just, it made every decision worth it. Every decision worth it. Every long day, every back and forth with my drive, working the 12 hours, but still working on YouTube, committing to 100 days straight, not knowing what the outcome was. I didn't offer anything for months up until 2 months ago. So I just showed up every single day for about 6 months, just giving. It literally has been my community service work. And I was serving the air for a while. I was serving crickets for a while until I wasn't. And it started serving me the most. That actually became the end result. It really started serving me and the woman that I've been working to become too. And man, it's beautiful how that gift then makes room for you to be able to now turn around and do the same for other people and other women. So, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to live the life that you desire to have? Something for you to think about. Okay, until the next video, my friends, I will talk to you later. I hope you have the most beautiful, joy-filled, peace-filled day that you could possibly have. Bye.